Welcome, baseball fans, to NLCS Game 3, St. Louis at Washington. This series has now shifted back to Washington. Unfortunately for St. Louis Cardinals, it hasn't shaped up much better for the Cardinals. You got Flaherty going, the unsung hero in the NLDS, going 78 pitches, 4 innings, can't get out of the 4th inning, 9 ERA, 4 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Overall, giving up 4 runs over just 4 innings. You're just getting outright beat up. On the other side, storyline of this game, the Strasburg show. Steven Strasburg was 117 pitches, workhorse extraordinaire. 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 0 ERA, 12 strikeouts. How many pitchers can you say have accomplished that feat over this postseason? You've got your Cole and Verlander of the Houston Astros, but you don't have that from many other pitchers on any of the teams in any of the postseason games. He was in utter dominance. The beautiful thing about this is the fact that when he does yield it to the bullpen for the 8th and 9th inning, Rodney and Rainey go 2 innings, 0 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts themselves. They completely owned the Cardinals this game. Not only that, but they rack up all kinds of small ball runs here. 3rd inning, Eaton, single, 1-0. Rendon, double, 2-0. Kendrick, double, 4-0. Just to break open the game in the 3rd inning. The St. Louis doesn't even score the 7th inning when they're already in a 7-0 hole. Kendrick going a double, 5-0. Zimmerman gets in on the action, double, 6-0. Robles, home run, 7-0. Then, of course, you have Dijon coming in with a single to scratch in a run, making it 1-7. Too little, too late, especially when the fact that in the bottom half of the inning, Zimmerman, single, gets that run back, returns it to a 7-run lead, 8-1 Washington. Wow. Washington was playing with St. Louis like a cat just playing with a mouse. St. Louis had no answers. The Cardinals were lost. Their pitching was absolutely dreadful because even after Flaherty comes out in the 4th inning, Webb, Breba, and Cabrera combine, going 2/3 of an inning each for 2 innings total, giving up 3 more earned runs and only record 1 strikeout. Now, Ponce de Leon does do a solid job going 2 innings, only 1 run, and 4 strikeouts, which fundamentally, even if you were to double that for 4 innings, would be 2 innings, 2 runs, and 8 strikeouts. Ponce himself does better than Flaherty as a relief pitcher over 2 innings. Granted, he's not a starter. He isn't going to be able to give you 6 innings, but he was the only shining star of the game. The St. Louis Cardinals were the pitching was giving up runs. The runners were just making fools of the Cardinals. This was just the whole show. This game was almost over before it was over. I mean, when you're just racking up run after run after run, all of it except for Robles being all small ball, typical National League style, hitting, bringing runners around, getting runners in. Between poor fielding, between bad pitching, between any errors, this was just Washington from start to finish, the whole game. Going forward, they have a chance to go for the sweep tonight in Washington. And who do they send to the mound? Dakota Hudson for the St. Louis Cardinals, who in the NLDS against the Atlanta Braves gave up 4 earned runs over 4 2/3. Not exactly a showstopper. Not exactly a sign of, hey, we've got a pitcher here that's going to turn us around for us. I'm not feeling a whole lot of confidence between Hudson. Is he a good pitcher? Yes, but is he good enough to overcome the hole here, beat Corbin, and bring it and extend the series to a Game 5? I'm not seeing it. Is it possible? Anything is possible in sports. Anything can happen. Totally get that. And if you look at my bracket, I've been wrong probably half the time. At the same time, You got Patrick Corbin, the guy with whom the Washington outbid the Yankees to get by giving him the 6 years he wanted and the $180 million he wanted. He goes in NLDS against the LA Dodgers. Not exactly the Atlanta Braves here, the LA freaking Dodgers. He goes 6 innings, gives up 2 earned runs. Solid pitcher. This is what they got Corbin for. And now he's in a position to shut it down and send the Washington Nationals to the World Series against Houston or New York, depending on how that series ends up. So much excitement for Nationals fans, not so much excitement for Cardinals fans. He did a phenomenal job besting the Atlanta Braves in 5 games to send this to Washington, even going into Atlanta and just shutting down, owning, crushing the Atlanta Braves, putting them out of their misery before the game even got into the night. Coming into this game, Washington does the same thing to St. Louis. Completely owned the game. And granted, they didn't ring up like 10 runs or something like that in the first inning, but they showed throughout the course of the game, they kept on tacking on, just controlling the game. It was just, you could see, based upon the play on the field, that St. Louis had no answers, and they just kept on yielding, and just the game was lost before it was over, unfortunately, for the St. Louis Cardinals fans. Fortunately for Washington Nationals fans, because they were constantly adding on more, it kept the fans engaged, it kept them cheering, made things exciting for them. They didn't just spray 10 runs in the first inning and then have nothing the rest of the game. They didn't even start scoring until 3rd inning. Then by the 7th, it was pretty much all over at that point. So I want to know what all you think about what I think. Please leave your comments in the section below. All your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you just happen to be coming across this in YouTube, please like and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. Thank you all for watching and all your support. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great evening. Enjoy the Yankees-Astros and Game 4 of St. Louis versus Washington. I'm expecting this to be a 4-game sweep, and I've heard from a lot of other people they're expecting the same thing. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they can muster enough to extend it to a Game 5. Either way, the only one team in professional sports, in baseball professional sports history, has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a league championship series. And I can't believe I just did that. Look at that. My goodness. I have a little dyslexia here. My goodness, I don't even have a marker on me, do I? Have one over there. You get the idea. NLCS. Let me see here real fast. Alright, we'll fix that real fast. NLCS, not my best marker, but it's the first one within reach. So there you go. NLCS. Apologies for the misspelling there. Anyway, the only team in Major League Baseball history to ever come back from a 3-0 deficit were the Boston Red Sox, and fundamentally, in 2004, and fundamentally, they had a lot going for them that the St. Louis Cardinals have not shown yet. They had their rotation set up, they had their bullpen set up, they had their lineup set up, and they came in without any panic, without any concern. They just knew they were going to win Game 4. They worked us about 5, 6, or 7. They said just win Game 4. And throughout and then of course, playing the Yankees, they had already used the 3 best pitchers for the first 3 games. And even when those pitchers came back around full circle, they had bombs of games. They just laid an egg. They got nothing. Meanwhile, when the Red Sox came back around after the 3rd game, they came in sharp and they took care of business. Between Schilling and company there, they obviously got beaten the first time around, but the second time around, they came back and they showed what they were made of. In this case here, similar to the Boston Red Sox in 2004, your starting pitchers are getting beat up and shelled and just dominated all over. In this case, can they turn around? It's entirely possible. This is why they play the game. It's not written on paper here. So we'll see what happens. I'm expecting a 4-game sweep. Let me know what you think about what I think. And like I said, If you just happen to come across this video in YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate all your support. Have a great night. Enjoy tonight's games.